Hello, today I'm getting a recipe out of one of my most favorite cookbooks, the Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook. This is about 20 or 25 years old, this book. It's one of my favorites. And it's going to be pineapple upside down cake. And you can always tell how good a recipe is by the amount of flour and stuff on the pages. So you're going to need some pineapple. Drain a can of pineapple and keep the juice. You need an 8-ounce can of pineapple. All I had was a 20-ounce can, so that's why there's so much of it. Then in another little bowl, you're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter or margarine and 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Then you're going to melt that in the microwave, the butter in the microwave, for about 30 seconds. Once that's melted, you're going to stir it up and you're going to add to it 1 tablespoon of your reserved pineapple juice. Now I've already done this, I just didn't press record on the camera when I was doing it. So there is the pineapple juice, the butter, and the brown sugar in there. Then you're going to grease a small cake pan, and then you're going to put the brown sugar, pineapple, butter mixture in the bottom of it. And then you're going to arrange the pineapples over top, like so. You can cut those in half if you want and arrange them that way, but I think they look prettier when they're whole. And then you're going to arrange maraschino cherries how you like over top. You can put as many or as few maraschino cherries as you like on here. And you can arrange it all nice and pretty. Then you're going to put 1/3 of a cup of shortening in a large bowl, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, and you're going to stir this around. You can use a mixer if you want. And then add 1 egg. Stir that up nicely. And then you're going to add 2/3 of a cup of the reserved juice. If you don't have enough juice, just top it up with water till you have 2/3 of a cup of liquid. And then don't forget the vanilla, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then you're going to add 1½ cups of all-purpose flour and 2½ teaspoons of baking powder. And you're going to stir this together. It's going to get quite thick. It makes kind of like a brownie batter. It's not a runny cake batter at all. And you need to spread this over top of the pineapples and the cherries. Do this carefully because you don't want to disturb your little artistically arranged pineapples. So kind of spread it around there, and you can use 2 spoons like I'm doing here just to spread it to the edges of the pan so that it looks nice and that your pineapples underneath will remain in place. Then you're going to bake this at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes until you put a toothpick in the center and it comes out clean. This took about this is 40 minutes, probably could have only done 35 as it got a little darker on the edges, but it was done. Now the important part here to remember is you need to cool this 5 to 10 minutes before you do the next step. Now in this particular case, I had to go pick up my son at school and I had to do this step right away, and it did not sit at all. I took it directly out of the oven. You'll have to trust me on this. Every time I have made this in the past, it's worked out fine. So you're going to run a knife around the edge of the pan and then flip it over. And if all goes well, when you lift this up and look underneath, everything would have come out. But not in this particular case. So I thought I'll bang on it, maybe the pineapples will fall, but they didn't. So as you'll see in a second here, the pineapple stuck to the bottom of the pan and the cherries stayed on the cake, but everything should stay on the cake. And you'll have to trust me here that this is the way it usually works. I think it's because I didn't let it cool at all, and the brown sugar didn't have a time to cool and to kind of congeal a little bit to hold on to the pineapple to pull it onto the cake. However, it still looks nice. I just had to replace things back to where they belong, and it was okay. So make sure you let the cake cool a bit before you flip it, but still, nonetheless, a pretty cake. Very tasty, and you don't need icing because it has the brown sugar stuff on the top and the pineapple and the cherries. Hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye.
Why are 4-legged animals bad dancers?
I don't know.
Because they have 2 left feet.